everyone. So here is another practice problem where we are going to draw a resonance structure of this compound. If you would like to go ahead and give it a try, feel free to hit pause. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. So I know that I can draw a resonance structure because of the fact I see that double bond. Anytime I see a double bond present, I know there's automatically going to be one. So what I can do is I can break this double bond and give those pi electrons to the oxygen. I know that the oxygen already has two sets of lone pairs, so what I am doing is giving it a third lone pair. And so once I do that, I now have a single bond between the oxygen and the carbon, and because I have three sets of lone pairs to the oxygen, I know that this should have a positive charge, and because I have a carbon here that has only three bonds, it should have negative charge to oxygen, positive charge to the carbon. And so this is one possible resonance structure. I also know that the nitrogen has a lone pair here, and I see that I have a lone pair next to a positive charge, which is another pattern where I'm going to have a resonance structure. So I can use the lone pair on the nitrogen and form a pi bond here. And this would be what my new resonance structure looks like, where now that nitrogen has a double bond to the carbon. The oxygen is still singly bonded with its negative charge, and I don't have to draw the lone pairs to that because that's what the charge implies. But now we see that the carbon should be neutral, but the nitrogen lost its electrons. It now has 4 bonds around it, so this is where nitrogen is going to have a positive charge. And so these are the different resonance structures I could have drawn for this compound. Again, I only asked for one. But I also could have gone straight from this resonance structure to this resonance structure. The way I would have done that would have been like so. I would have started with my compound like it was given. And the pattern would have been I have a lone pair next to an atom that has a pi bond. So I would form a pi bond between the nitrogen and carbon, and at the same time, I would break the pi bond between the carbon and oxygen. And so that's how I would go straight from that first resonance structure or the original compound to the last resonance structure that we drew above. So we would have our positive charge, and then we'd have our hydrogen. And that's another example.